Hello, and welcome back to another episode of our Ultimate Decades Challenge. We have entered into part B of 1393, and we are in with our Von Schwan family. This is Maureen Von Schwan, and she is holding her son Robert, who is about to have himself a birthday and age up to an infant. He does not have to have a role for this birthday because we don't roll for infants, but she is just giving him a little bit of love. As you can see, she's feeling a little bit terrified. She is panicked from being a coward. She is scared of many random things, and she is scared of the dark and things that go bump in the night. Her husband is off Drogo right now, just getting a little bit of hunting done, and when he gets back, we'll probably go ahead and celebrate aging up Robert. She's just going to get herself a little bit of rest while he's away getting the hunting done, and then we'll go ahead and we will age up little Robert. It is July of 1393 currently in the game. Yeah, we are moving right along in the year here, which is fantastic. It looks like also Angela Idrisi has gone into labor, so we will be going and seeing her shortly. Actually, let's just go ahead and get her up and let her age up this little guy. All right, so Robert has aged up with blue hair. We'll obviously be changing that. And for his trait, he is going to be Wiggly. And let's go ahead and hop into Cass and give him his makeover and get his photo for the family tree. Okay, so there is Robert Von Schwan. He is a vampire, and we are going to go ahead and jump back into the game. We are going to go see Everilde Beauregard. She is also aging up to an infant. Okay, before we go see Everilde Beauregard, let's go see Angela Idrisi and let her have her baby. Alright, we have arrived here in the Idrisi residence. We are just going to go ahead and let Angela give birth to her little one. She is very uncomfortable. They have a house full of little ones, and of course they're going to have more. So we are going to go ahead and let them have a little one here. So she is going to go ahead and give birth. We will find out what she's having. Look at her, she's like, oh my god, no.
Yabo. Duna wa nubu.
She's like, I don't want this baby. Sure you do. Alright, so she has had a girl. We are going to go ahead and name this little one Tara. Tara Idrisi. Alright. And it is a single birth. We are going to need to roll our dice for mom and baby. As we know, mom can't roll a 1 or an 11. So let's go ahead and open up our dice so that we can roll for mom. All right, mom rolls an 18, and that is a good roll. And the baby can't roll a 1, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 17, or a 20. So let's go ahead and roll for Tara. Tara rolls an 11, which is a good roll. So Tara does survive, and we will go ahead and put Tara on the timeline. All right, so we will put that Tara was born here. Tara Idrisi. And she will age up here. And we will put her on her info tab. She is going to be under Angela and Suhail. And she is the daughter of Suhail and Angela. She is the 6th generation female. She was born in July. Seriously. July of 1393. And she is alive. And she is of British Arabic descent. And she is a single birth. And we are going to head over and see Everilde Beauregard because she is aging up to an infant. And we will see what she looks like and get her photo for the family tree. So let's go ahead and head over to the Beauregard residence. We have arrived in the Beauregard residence. This is little Everilde. We are just going to go ahead and let Irk come over and give her a little bit of loving. As we know, he did lose his wife Honora to childbirth, and so he is currently mourning. So he is going to come over, and we're just going to have him feed Everilde and give her a little bit of a rock, and then we will age her up, and we will see what she looks like as an infant, and we'll hop into Cass with her and do her makeover.
Yamal?
Everilde's like, I am not hungry, Dad. Don't feed me this bottle. I don't want it. He's like, I'm just trying to take care of you, Everilde. I just don't know, exactly how to do that. I wasn't expecting to raise you by myself. The things he's having to do that he just was not expecting.
Oh, Tabana. Banubu.
All right, let's go ahead and get her aged up here.
Makenna. Yelk.
And she is a Taurus, and we are going to randomize her trait, and she is going to be Sunny. And she is a redhead like her dad. So let's go ahead and hop into Cass with her and give her her makeover. And there is little Everilde Beauregard, and we are going to go ahead and jump back into the game and into our main household. Okay, so we have entered into the main household. I accidentally just clicked off of that accidentally, but we are expecting. We are in our second trimester, or almost in our second trimester. So that is fantastic news. We have just found out that Makenna is expecting, and I absolutely love that. So our main household is going to be having a little one. So I am thrilled about it. What is she currently doing? Why don't you go ahead and resume those eggs, and we will get that cooked up for everyone. And let's go ahead and check on everyone and see how they're doing. They seem to be okay, but they are all going to need to eat something. So we'll get her making these eggs. And then maybe I'll have her go ahead and cook up something else. Okay, maybe not that. Let's do... All right, she can make some chunky vegetable stew when she's done with the eggs. Okay, and Bella Goodwell has gone into labor, so we're going to have to go see Bella Goodwell. I'm going to let her finish these eggs first, and then we will go ahead and go over and see Bella Goodwell. All right, perfect. So let's go see Bella Goodwell. We've arrived in the Goodwell residence. This here is Bella. She is playing a little bit of chess, but she is feeling really uncomfortable. So I'm going to go ahead and send her off to have her little one, and we will find out what it is that they are having. She is not happy about it. I mean, I think she's probably happy about being pregnant, but she's not happy about being in labor. Probably because it is very painful, and she's like, I am not believing that I'm having to go through this again. So we are going to let her go ahead and go on in here. We'll find out what they're having. As we know, they do have a son and 2 little girls. And so, I mean, they have, you know, a pretty decent sized family. And now they've had another little girl. So let's go ahead and find out what we're going to name this little girl. I am going to name her Amabel. Amabel Goodwell.
Nubu.
All right, so we did have a single birth. We are going to need to roll for mom and baby. Mom, as we know, can't roll a 1 or an 11. So let's go ahead and roll the dice for mom. Mom rolls an 11. Okay, mom is going to die. Baby can't roll a 1, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 17, or 20. And let's roll for Amabel. Amabel rolls a 10, which is a bad number, so Amabel is also going to pass away. Oh no. All right, so let's go ahead and take away Amabel, and then we are going to have to take away Bella, and I guess we will try to plead for her, but yeah, that sucks. Let me go ahead and update everything on our timeline here. So it still is Saturday. We are still in July, and we have just lost Amabel. Amabel Goodwell has died, and she is Amabel Goodwell. It's the daughter of Benedict and Bella. She's the 6th generation female, born in July of 1393. She is deceased in July of 1393, and she is of British descent. She was stillborn, and she was a single birth. All right, and let's go ahead and we will also take mom away. And I will go ahead and have him come up and plead for her. I do think that he probably should plead for her, but, you know, considering they have little ones, I think that he would want to plead for her and see that he could obviously get his wife to survive. They technically need to have more children, and so I think he would want to give her a chance to survive. Grim, what are you doing? Grim's just taking his sweet time. He's like, oh my gosh. Let's demand she be spared. I think that he would probably demand she be spared. So he's like, you can't take her. I demand you let her live. And the Grim is like, I don't know who you think you're talking to. Benedict is awfully generous, wouldn't you agree? Embrace the change, sure. But, of course, the Grim said no, she is truly gone. His appeal fell on deaf ears. Alright, so we have officially lost Bella Goodwell. I will have to go ahead and engrave her epitaph here. Unfortunately, we are going to have to put her in the cemetery because she is no longer going to be with us. I hate that. I really do. All right, she was born in 1371. 1371 to 1393. And we will go ahead and put this in his inventory and let him take her to the cemetery. And Bella died of childbirth. I have updated on the timeline. Alright, why don't you go ahead and travel and take her to her final resting place. I realize that's going to leave the children alone for a little while, but that's perfectly fine. He's like, Grim, what the hell? You have left me a widow with 3 small children. Okay, we have arrived here in the cemetery. This is the last plot here. We'll put her down. I am going to have to erase this last row and get it ready for more Sims to be able to fit here. And then obviously we will be filling up this last row, and then we'll be having to move on to our next portion of the cemetery. All right, let's go ahead and we will head back over to our main household. Now that we are back in the household here, I'm just going to go ahead and let her eat something. I'm going to actually get everyone to just go ahead and grab a serving of these eggs. Call to meal and eat. Let's call Ada and Can and yeah, that'll be fine. So they're gonna come and they're gonna grab themselves a serving of these boiled eggs, and then I'm gonna have McKenna go out and check on the chickens. I think someone should probably check on the chickens, so we will just scatter a little bit of feed. Where are the chickens? Oh, they're sitting on the eggs. Okay, that's perfect. And then maybe she can gather a little bit of honey. So she's just going to do a little bit of chores here, which is fantastic. I love that. Did she just get stung by a bee? Yes, she did. Well, that's not good. So she's just trying to get to know the chickens a little bit and socializing with them, which is fantastic. We love that for her. She's trying to become a little bit of a farm woman. There you go.
Yanabi Varob? Funny.
She's like socializing with the hen, and she's gonna try to give her a hug. Let's see if I can get a photo of this. Oh, look at that. She's like, I love it. She's getting to know these hens, and the rooster didn't necessarily care for her all that much. But the hen was like, you can get to know me, and you can make friends with me. That's perfectly great. The hen seems to think it's okay. Oh, she's really not feeling well. She's got some major morning sickness going on. Oh, she got pecked at by that rooster. Put this in your inventory if you can't throw it away. Alright, can you throw this stuff out? Alright, let's put this cheese wheel in the fridge. And let's go ahead and get some food cooking. Let's do some chunky vegetable stew. And let's get you to do a little bit of laundry. Ada's fine. You can go ahead and put him down. Why don't you go ahead and make a little bit of a painting can? I think I'm going to have to get a different trash can in the house because this one is just not working out. Alright, so she's going to do a little bit of chunky vegetable stew here. And it looks like he is just talking to Ada. I wanted you to do some wash. Can you not do the wash? Do the laundry in the wash tub.
Serpino Vanabi. Vantarble Fimpy. Waxwin Yaspar.
Ada is just talking up a storm with his dad, but I really would like for him to go potty, and I would like for Xavier to do a little bit of the wash. If I can get him to actually do it, that would be fantastic. Wash in the wash tub. He refuses. Ugh, that's ridiculous. Maybe she can wash in the wash tub. Get out here and do some archery if you refuse to do anything else. I guess they ate every bit of those eggs.
Kwumbasuba.
Oh, they don't like that trash can either? Alright, why don't you go ahead and care for Grumpy. We'll get her to do a little bit of caring for the goat, and then we'll see if she can do the wash. Let's see what our calendar says. Oh, it's on the last day of the season. I guess I need to get them harvesting. So let's go ahead and get him to come out and harvest. Can we not harvest? Harvest all. Okay, fine. Take them to the hamper at the very least. Alright, so he was able to use that trash can, which is fantastic. We love it. So he's just cleaning up a little bit. He was able to go ahead and get a little bit of archery in. I'm going to get Can to sell this painting that she did. Why don't you go ahead and grab yourself a serving? You're starting to feel a little bit hungry. And maybe you can do a little bit of things with your little one. Maybe we can do some activities. Let's teach him to talk, and then we'll get Xavier to do some reading. I don't know if she knows how to read. Let's see if she knows how to read. And Can, do you know how to read? Probably not, but let's go ahead and get you to learn how to read as well. Alright, and Ada is doing good, but once he's done with Dad, I'm going to send him off and let him get a little bit of rest, and he needs some sleep. It is Saturday. Still, it is 8:48 a.m., so it's still pretty early. It is August of 1393, so time is moving slowly. I think maybe I might send Makenna out foraging when she's done eating and reading. Send her to the bathroom, and then I'm going to send her out to forage. She really needs to go to the washroom, so I'm going to go ahead and let her do that. She is pregnant after all, so we'll let her go ahead and go to the washroom, and then I'm going to send her out foraging and see if we can get anything for the garden. We did go ahead and do our harvest. It will be our next season tomorrow, and so we will have to roll and find out what it is our season's going to change to, and possibly plant some new things. So we love that. Maybe I can get Can to come out and try to gather a little bit of wild honey, since we know she absolutely loves honey. Xavier is really taking quite a bit of time here with teaching him to talk. Let's get him to milk and shear the sheep and milk the goat as well.
Pay. Parto. Quiet slap. What did Quip's drift swing? Cha. Pleva. Hurry. Oh. Parto.
Now that the goat has fallen asleep, he's not going to be able to do that. Well, she did get some honey. Maybe we can get us a honey press. Alright, so I'm going to send Ada off to bed, and he is just taking care of the sheep and the goat. She has gone off to the fisher's market. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get us some fish, which will be fantastic. We definitely need some fish. Maybe we can even stock our pond. I don't know if that's how that works, but we're going to try. And then maybe he can come out and collect some eggs and clean the coop. And I do think when McKenna gets back, she is going to need to get herself a little bit of rest because she's quite tired. Alright, so she's back. She did get some fish. I'm going to see if I can put these fish in the pond. No, I can't. Alright, so we'll just have to put them in the fridge and we'll use them to cook with. Alright, let's go ahead and see about a honey press. Alright, she can come out here and filter the wild honey that she got. And then I'm going to make her go take herself a nap. Can she filter the honey? I think she is doing it. It just doesn't look like it. Okay, collect the jars of honey and then go get yourself a nap can. Alright, so we got some bird eggs. Those can go in the fridge. Why is this not working? Go in the fridge. And we got some blackberries and we got some onions. So let's look at our farming for the spring, which is almost up. I'm going to start looking for summer. So blackberries and onions are both in for summer. So let's go ahead and plant those. Let's plant those over here. So we'll plant these here. And we'll plant these here. So let's see if we can get her to plant this stuff. And we'll see if we can get him to come out and plant this stuff. She's like, I'm pregnant, by the way. I guess he didn't know that. And he is ecstatic after hearing about a new family member. Okay, we love that. She is officially in her second trimester in 24 hours. So for the summer, we can plant cucumbers, artichokes, red currant, pumpkins, lettuce, green beans, basil, cherries, blackberries, mushrooms, elderberries, onions, apples, pears, grapes, and raspberries. She's like, forget this nonsense. I'm going to go to bed. So we will let him go ahead and take care of all of this. It doesn't need to be watered. Really? I find that odd, but okay. No worries. And he is going to go ahead and come on inside and start cleaning. We love that. Let's put this soup up. And maybe we can go ahead and get him to craft some more arrows. Alright, he is doing well with his crafting. He's got 2 arrows in his inventory, and so we love that. He'll be able to go ahead and use those probably for when he does his practicing his archery.
Whoa. Hey. Yibsy.
Alright, so he's going to do a little bit of laundry here, which is wonderful. I definitely needed them to do some laundry, so he's going to do that. Unload filthy. Clean and soaked. Hang on the clothesline. Yes, do that. Alright, so go hang those on the clothesline, and then I'll let you go ahead and go to bed. Right, it is Rogation Day. Everyone does need to go off to the ceremony, so I am going to go ahead and have them travel to attend the holiday ceremony. I know they're tired, but I'm going to get them up and make them go to that. So we'll have them go off to the holiday ceremony so that they can get credit for Rogation Day. I think that, you know, they would definitely want to go to their ceremonies, and they appreciate being able to do that. We're going to send Ada off to the neighbor because, as we know, he can't go with us. And I'll see you when we get back. Okay, everyone has arrived back at the house. It looks like Xavier is extremely tired, so I'm going to have him go ahead and go off to bed here. I'm going to get Makenna to just grab herself a little bit of leftovers, and I am going to send you out to talk to the birds. Maybe you can give them a gift. Give a gift. What do you have? Give wool. Give them some wool and see if the birds like some wool. She's like, I have some wool here. Do you like that? Did they like that? I don't know if they liked that or not. It doesn't say. But she is going to come out and just talk to the birds here and see how they are and see if they are happy. Obviously, she would be curious about that. I think that Can really loves it here on the farm.
Love Asta. Turip, Vivu Barza, Burba, Vero. Bawakrizel?
Oh my god, you are going to have to clean that. That is disgusting. And then I'll let you get a little bit of rest, McKenna. And Xavier, you can go ahead and get up. How's Ada? Ada just needs a little bit of fun. Maybe he can come in here and play with... So Xavier's going to come in here and he's going to play with Ada a little bit. I think that he would want to just play with him a little, give Ada a little bit of fun. McKenna's decided to head herself off to bed and get a little bit of rest. And I think I am going to get Can to work on a little bit of cross stitching. They're so cute. It is September of 1393, and we are heading well onto our way into October of 1393. And in October, we do have some birthdays that we need to celebrate. Ada's like, what are you doing, Dad? And he's like, I'm just having a bite to eat, Ada. And Ada's like, oh, okay.
Stumsy, Tisa Web Galarga.
Ochima. Zappin Quarjabin. Shimre. Lons of Zarde.
Abwa Hansa Malsa Flee.
Oh, Luvi. Ribaduluvi.
Pira! Green Zimoy, Shuna. Ergi, Weevil Skloon, Suras and Barrow. Oh,
Can just loves it here so much. All of the animals that she can socialize with and carry on with, and she just absolutely loves it. Alright, I'm going to send you to bed, little guy. I'm going to send everyone to bed, actually. You can stop singing, Xavier. It is about 9:18 p.m. Everyone's going to go ahead and head themselves off to bed for the evening. And then in the morning, it will be October. And we will be seeing some of our Sims aging up. We do have to head over and see Tara Idrissi. She'll be aging up into an infant. And then we have 3 of our teens that are scheduled to, well, 3 Sims aging up to teens. So we are going to be seeing that take place. Look at him just running into the house. Okay, head yourself on upstairs, little guy. Good night, sweetheart.
Oh, Biba, Yanka Blooks, Basil, Krishama Shufa, Zobay, Wubaba, Perfa Mazulay, Vavu, Rithio, Wosa, Himo, Yupa Vivo, Jaka,
Alright, so they have woken up in the middle of the night. Ada is really, really hungry. I'm just going to pull out something for him to go ahead and be able to eat. So I'm going to pull this out and we're going to get him a serving. And then when he's done eating, he can go ahead and go potty. And we will then have to probably send him back up to get a little bit of rest because he is feeling tired. Can has gotten up in the middle of the night to eat honey. She is, I think, gathering the glutton trait, which is not necessarily a good thing, but, you know, what do you do? I, though, am going to head over now. We're going to see the Idrissi family, and we're going to age up Tara Idrissi. What are you doing up? She's like, I'm going to go check on Ada. Okay, well, we're going to go check on Tara. We have arrived back in the home of the Idrissi family. This here is little Tara. We do need to go ahead and age her up to an infant. So I'm just going to go ahead and have Angela age her up. As we know, they don't have to roll when they're an infant to see if they're going to live. It is just an automatic age up. So we are just going to go ahead and age up little Tara.
Yes.
And we will see what trait she's going to get, as well as give her makeover. She is a Taurus, and when we age her up, she is going to have the trait of, oh goodness, intense. All right, let's go ahead, and she is a blonde baby. All of their children are blonde. All right, so we're going to hop into cast with Tara and give her makeover. And there is little Tara Idrisi. We are now going to head over and we're going to see Esma Petechia. She is aging up to a teen. This is the Petechias, and we have here Esma Petechia. She is currently a child. She is aging up into a teen. For that, she can't roll a 7. So we are going to be pulling up our dice and just seeing that Esma is going to be able to go ahead and age up into a teenager. So let's go ahead and pull up our dice and see if Esma is going to be able to go ahead and age up into a teenager. So let's go ahead and roll for that. We are also going to need to be seeing if she can marry, and if so, how many children she's going to have. So we're going to also roll another d20 for marriage and a d12 to see how many kids. So we're going to give all 3 of those a roll. So this one is she going to, yes, she's going to age up. Yes, she's going to get married, and she's going to have 4 children. So that's wonderful. And I will go ahead and update that information on the timeline, and we will then age her up. Okay, let's go ahead and age up Esma now to 18, and then we will hop into cast with her, and we will give her her makeover. She is going to be hostile. Says these Sims are always full of anger. They are unfriendly and always want to fight other Sims. Other Sims are often scared of them. And she is kind. How can she be hostile and kind? That I don't understand. She's also got the sociable trait. Let's go ahead and do a deviance trait for her, considering she is hostile. I don't know. And we are going to hop into cast with her. And there is our Esma as a teenager. We are now going to head over and see Finn Arundel. Over here in the Arundel home, we actually are going to be seeing Finn and Bryce. They are twins, and they are both aging up into teenagers. Let's go ahead and bring Bryce here. He is not in his actual attire that he needs to be in. So I will just get him to change his outfit. Let's go ahead and do that. Change your outfit into your cold weather outfit, sir. And we are going to be rolling the dice for them. Again, they are children aging up to teens. They can't roll a 7. We are going to age up Finn first. So let's go ahead and roll the dice for them and see if they are going to be aging up, getting married, and if so, how many children they are going to have. So first for Finn, he rolls a 10 and is going to age up. He is going to have children. He's going to have 10 children. And for Bryce, he is good. He is getting married, and he's going to have 5 children. So let me update that on the timeline, and then we will age them up. All right, let's go ahead and age up these boys. All right, Finn has aged up as a glutton, an empath, and detached. He has to have 10 children. I'm going to go ahead and have him want a big happy family, if I can find it. And for Bryce, let's age him up to a teen as well. And he has aged up as a cat lover. He is timid and he is comforting. And let's do for him a love trait. Let's do for him that he wants to find his one true love. And let's go ahead and hop into cast with these boys and do their makeovers. Okay, so there is Finn and Bryce all made up into their teen selves, and we are going to now head over and see William and Lucian Augustin. Okay, we have arrived in the Augustin home. We have recently, in this portion actually, just lost Katarina Augustin. She died from alcoholism. And Lucian has just gotten back from taking her to the cemetery. I will be showing you her portrait at the end of this episode, but the Grimm is still here because he just literally took her away. But we have a birthday for William and Lucian that we need to roll for. William just aged up to an adult, so we do need to roll for him to see if he actually made it into his adult role. For that, he can't roll a 3, 6, 11, 13, or 18. So we are going to open up the dice and we're going to give that a roll and see if he can age up into his adult role. So let's go ahead and spin the dice for him. He rolls a 17, which is a good number, so he is going to get 60 more days on the timeline. And Lucian just aged up to an elder. So for that, we have to roll, and if he gets less than 9, then he survives. Roll d10 to see how many number of years are left. So let's go ahead and roll for Lucian. He needs less than 9. He did not get that. So unfortunately, Lucian is also going to pass away. So we are going to have to take Lucian away. So we are going to go ahead and we are going to need to kill Lucian. And we will go ahead and roll the wheel and see what it is he is passing away from. And it looks like we will figure out what he is going to pass away from. Obviously, it's because he was rolling from a birthday roll, but we always roll and find out what it is that's taking them away from us. So let's go ahead and spin that wheel and we'll see what it is he is dying from. So it looks like he has died from scurvy. All right, so we will put that on the timeline that is what he has passed away from. And we are going to go ahead and we are going to kill Lucian here. And that is super sad that William is basically dying, or William is basically losing both of them. He just lost Katarina, which was his stepmother, and now he is losing his father. So I am going to go ahead and just kill him off here. And we will then go ahead and engrave his epitaph and put him in the cemetery as well. And William's like, oh my gosh, not you too. Well, William is on our timeline and he does not have a bride. I do think maybe he should get a bride, so I may be trying to find him someone that he can marry. He is an adult And he hasn't found anyone to procreate with, so I may find him someone that he can marry. I do think we have some people that will be marrying soon, so we'll just have to see how that goes. But I do want him hopefully getting married, so we will try to get him married off soon, and we'll see how that goes. But we are going to have to unfortunately let him continue on in this big house by himself, and he is super sad from the loss of his parents here. Obviously, Katarina was not his mother, it was his stepmother. He had lost his mother quite some time ago. But, you know, he had bonded with her, and it is really sad that he has lost her. So we hate that for him. Grimm's just taking his sweet, sweet time taking Lucian away. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look and see when Lucian was born, and we can engrave his epitaph here. 1354. To 1393. And I'm just going to go ahead and have him grab up the urn, and we'll have him travel to the cemetery. Alright, so we have arrived here in the cemetery, and this here is Katarina Augustin. I'm just going to place Lucian right here next to her. It's super sad, but it is what it is, I suppose. And as you can see, we are now filling up this back row, and then we will head over into this section here. So I am going to go ahead and we will send William on home, and we are now going to head over into our main household and continue on for the remainder of this part, and we will check in and see how they're doing. Here in the Arendelle residence, we are just going to check in. It looks like actually Makenna is dealing with a lot of morning sickness. She's feeling pretty uncomfortable. I guess that is to be expected. She's really not feeling well. It is currently October of 1393, and we are on the last leg of this part as far as that goes. I am just going to have her come out. Oh no, the laundry's still going. Okay. Well, we know that we had... Oh, there's some bunnies. We love that. We had planted some things for summer out here yesterday. I'm just going to have her gather a little bit of honey, and maybe we can even have her come out and check to collect some eggs, and maybe I'll have her go on out and do a little bit of foraging once she's done with that, and see if we can find anything else for the garden. I'm going to let Xavier is doing pretty good, so I'm going to let him come on out here and practice some of his archery. And I think can go ahead and get a little bit of painting done. Ada is feeling really tired, so I'm just going to send Ada off to go and get some rest because he is feeling really, really exhausted. It makes, you know, perfect sense that he would be, considering, I mean, it is 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, it's about 3:40 a.m. So they're up bright and early, but their energy, all except for Ada, seems to be pretty good. So I'm just going to let them all deal with what it is they need to be doing, with the exception of Ada getting a little bit of rest. So she's going to head off foraging. He is dealing with a little bit of archery, and Can is going to go ahead and get a little bit of painting done. After he is done with the archery skill, maybe I can get him to come and replace this water. And does he have flowers in his inventory? Yes, he does. So he can put some more flowers in the inventory, and then I'll see about him getting a little bit of wash done. He can help her with the wash. He can search some of these pockets, and then maybe he can do a little bit of the wash. I realize that that's technically Makenna's job, but, you know, she is pregnant. She's got morning sickness, so I figure that Xavier would probably want to help her with a little bit of that. It is currently new skill day, so they will want to go ahead and build on some of their skills, and hopefully we can skill them up, and they will enjoy getting some of their skills up. Maybe Makenna can get in here and get some cooking done, and we can skill her up in that. That would be really nice if we could do that. She can make a roast chicken. Okay, let's get her in here doing that when she's done foraging. So he's just going to come on in and he's going to replace the water, and then we'll be able to let him get a little bit of searching the pockets. Once he replaces the water, I'm actually going to have him add flowers. Let's do some daisies. And then he can do some laundry in the wash tub. Let's check his archery skill. So he's about 39%. What does he need? He needs comedy and he needs cooking. If I get him to cook something, then he will level up on that. Maybe I'll get him to make some mashed potatoes and gravy, and his cooking skill can go up as well. All right, can finish that painting, so I'm going to get her to go ahead and send that off. And maybe we'll even get her to go ahead and do another one because she needs to get up her skill level. Where are we at? She's only at 40%. There's got to be something. I guess we'll just let her continue painting. It'll be fine. All right, so he's just getting a little bit of washing done. The clothes out here are still wet, so I mean, he can do a little bit of wash, but then obviously he's going to have to wait for the clothes to dry before we can hang them up. Maybe I can get her to come out and do a little bit of honey gathering after she's done with her painting. All right, and then he is gonna get in here and do a little bit of cooking, and hopefully we can get his skill up there and he will be able to meet that skill day goal. Look at him, he's like, I can totally make some mashed potatoes and gravy. That will be delicious. And she is about halfway done with her foraging. He is super, super confident. He's feeling really great about the fact that he's married. He's feeling really great about the fact that they have a baby on the way. And I think he would be ecstatic about the fact that they have a child on the way. He knows that Ada is his only heir. He is hoping that they're going to have a little boy and that he'll have another heir, or a spare, I guess I should say. So, you know, he is high hopes for this baby. I didn't realize there was Jughead hair sitting out on the table. We'll put that away. And then we'll get him to throw some things away here.
Habiri, nom nom. Huzzah! Yeah.
Did she get honey? Yes, she did. All right, so she got a little bit of honey there. I'm just going to have her come on out and we will get her to filter the honey. And then she can collect them into jars. And she can sell her cross-stitching that she did as well when she's done. Collect the jars of honey. Perfect. All right, so he has cooked the mashed potatoes and gravy. She's back. She has gotten cherries and acorns. So the acorns can go in the fridge. As far as the cherries go, we can plant cherries in the summer. It is a tree, so it will take up 4 slots. So we're only going to plant one of them. I'm going to plant it here in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and have Xavier come out and do this planting. We'll get him to come and plant a cherry tree here. It's going to take up this whole plot, so it does take up a little bit of space there for us. And we also have basil. Is basil something we can grow? Yes, it is. So let's plant some basil here because I don't think we have any. These are onions, so let's get him to plant that basil as well. And she likes cooking. Yes, you can like cooking. And maybe he can purchase some seeds. I'm going to get him to purchase some vegetables, some herbs, and some fruits. Oh, we'll give that to him. I accidentally made her purchase that. And we'll get him opening these and we'll see what we get. All right, so he got strawberries. We got parsley. No. And we got carrots. No, we can't grow any of that. But we did get mushrooms. We can plant some mushrooms. So let's plant some mushrooms here. Let's get him to come out and plant the mushrooms. And then the rest of this we'll go ahead and we will sell. Actually, I'll just sell those. the carrots I'm going to put in the fridge. And let's see what she got. She's got the cherries and the basil we'll put in there too. Alright, so how's Can? Can is doing pretty good. She just needs to go to the washroom. And it looks like she is going to the washroom now. But she's feeling a little bit hungry. So I am going to have her come over here and grab a serving of this food. Did she make anything? I don't really know. Oh, she did. She made that roast chicken. Alright, I'm going to put the roast chicken in the fridge. And Ada needs to get up and go to the washroom as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get him to come up and, or come down, I guess I should say, and go to the washroom. And you can come back out here and practice some more archery when you're done with that. Once she has finished with her food, I'm going to have her do a little bit more reading because we want them to get some practice reading in. I think that it would be good for them to learn how to read. Who started this painting? I don't even know. Not her. Oh, I guess Xavier started this painting, so he'll have to finish that. And I'm going to get you, when you're done reading, to start a cross stitch. Why don't you come and start a cross stitch as well? Makenna's like, I desperately need a bath. So we are in our second trimester in 6 hours. Has Ada risen? Oh, yes, he is up. I'm just going to send him down to the bathroom. All right, Xavier is going to finish that painting. And when he is done with the painting, we will get him to bottle feed Grumpy. And where's Cotton? Oh, Cloud. I'm sorry. Grumpy and Cloud need to be fed. And then he can shear Cloud. And I don't know, but I feel like Grumpy probably needs to be milked. Yeah. So we'll get him to take care of them as well. Makenna needs to go ahead and get herself into the bath. Oh, she's cross-stitching currently. I guess then she'll get in the bath. Both of the girls are over here cross-stitching together. And she just hurt herself. But I love this, that they're cross-stitching together. Mother and stepdaughter. And they're both injuring their fingers. When you're done with the animals, you can finish that painting, honestly. I don't know why he is using the washroom, like using his diaper, when he knows how to use the potty. I hate that. So Makenna has learned how to cross stitch, and Can has reached cross stitch level 3. So she is well on her way, and we absolutely love that. Alright, so we have some wool here. I'm going to give the wool to Can. And let's put the milk in the fridge. So Can's just spending a little bit of time with Ada here, which is so cute. I love that they are spending time together. But I think that maybe Can should come out. I'm going to have her come out and look for some frogs here in the pond and maybe play in the water for a little bit. I do want her also to come out and, I don't know, I think she already did look for honey. So I'm going to have her come out and clean the coop and collect some eggs, and then she can just socialize with the chickens a little bit so we can make sure that their relationship is up
baby tap. Bella.
And as you can see, Xavier has decided to pick up the harp and play for a little bit, which is fantastic. Makenna is headed herself off to get herself a little bit of a bath because she's feeling pretty grungy. And other than that, things seem to be pretty good for the family. Xavier is thinking to himself that he is going to need to get himself a bite to eat soon. So after he finishes with the harp, I will go ahead and let him get himself a little bit of a bite to eat, and then he can head off to the washroom. Can is soon going to need to get herself a little bit of rest. And Makenna is going to have to check on this laundry. So let's go ahead and put this laundry away, and then we will put the wet clothes that are clean on the line to dry. He seems very happy. He's really enjoying playing the harp. He still has yet to meet this new skill day. Makenna has met it, and Can has met it. We do need to have Ada meet this new skill day as well. So maybe I can have him come up and do some shapes, and he can get that. Okay, there he goes. He finally met that. You can stop playing that now. Go ahead and go work on some things. And Makenna, why don't you go ahead and move the laundry to hang on the clothesline. And Can got some eggs. So we will put the egg, well, a egg. Put it in the fridge.
Sabavi.
Wonderful. Come in here and replace this water. And did you finish that? And you can sell your... Right, you can come and add a laundry additive. Put some bluebells in the water. And why don't you go ahead and run out and pick some flowers for the laundry. So I'm going to have her go out with Can, and they're going to go pick flowers for the laundry, and he can just stay here with Ada. While he's staying here with Ada, he can come out and practice a little bit more archery. Ada's just up here doing some shapes and trying to meet his skill for the day. And it looks like he has leveled up, but it hasn't met that skill for the day. What exactly does he have to do to meet the skill? Like how much does he have to level up? Does it have to be like the task has to be completed? I don't really know, but also can get him to maybe play a little bit with this toy. Why are you here, Father Winter? Just go away. So Ada's doing a lot of studying shapes and imagination things. I'm trying to get him to meet the new skill day aspiration, or goal, I guess I should say. And we are hoping that he's going to be able to meet that. It looks like his imagination is going up pretty well. He is getting really close. We're at 70% currently. And he already did level up in his thinking to level 3, so I don't really know why he didn't meet that, but he has not met that. Also, if I get him to go down and potty, he could possibly meet the skill in the potty. So I'm going to send him down and have him go and potty, and that will obviously meet another skill, and maybe, just maybe, he'll meet that. All right, let's check on Makenna. She is back. She got herself some flowers for the... Send her out picking flowers as well, because Makenna got some flowers, but we do want a bunch of flowers for our laundry. Did you finish this? Resume this painting, Xavier. What the hell? Okay, let's sell that. All right, Ada is going to come on down. He's going to go to the washroom. Fantastic news. We love it. And I need you to come over here, Makenna, and I need you to grab a serving of food. Let's go ahead and invite in Deanna. She, as we know, is our cousin, and so we'll invite her in. Well, she's, I believe, Xavier's cousin. So we'll invite her in and let her go ahead and see us. Okay, we have literally leveled up in 3 different skills, and he still has not met this new skill day aspiration. So I don't know what the deal is with that. I guess he's just not going to be able to meet that. Can is out. She is getting herself a little bit of picking flowers going on. And Xavier is in there chatting with Ada. Deanna came over and she's just instantly in here cleaning our house, which, you know, I don't hate that. Why are you here? Is it time to pay our taxes? All right, let's go ahead and pay the taxes. Because it's clearly time to pay the taxes. Thank you. So it is November of 1393, and let's see how McKenna's doing. She is in her 2nd trimester. She'll be in her 3rd trimester in, I think that said 22 hours. Yeah, 22 hours. I'm going to send her off to the washroom. Deanna is in here chatting with Ada. He's just trying to get to know her. He's like, let's talk to strangers. I mean, I don't know who you are, but I like to talk. So I've never met a stranger I don't know. Like, he doesn't even care, honestly. Let's just be real.
Oh.
He's going to talk to her about his sister. He's like, I have a big sissy. And she's like, oh, that's great. It's like, yeah. All right, Can is back from getting flowers. She got a crocus. I'm going to give all of these flowers to McKenna. She got a bluebell, and she got a bird of paradise. Fancy. Why don't you go ahead, McKenna, and get yourself a little bit of rest. I know you're feeling a little bit tired, and I'm going to have to get you to throw away the mashed potatoes that you made because it's gone off now. Xavier's going to just clean up a little bit. Maybe I can get him to make a little bit of flour. I know that's probably something that McKenna would do, but I'm just going to have him help her out. So he's going to come in and make a little bit of flour while she's getting herself a little bit of rest. And she's over here talking to Noah Shoemaker. Clearly she's never met a stranger either. My kids just are not scared of people, to say the least. I don't think she found a frog in the pond. I'm going to have her go ahead and look for frogs again. I would really like for her to find some frogs and we could maybe breed some for some extra money. That would be really nice if we could find frogs to breed. Maybe I can get him to come over here and look for frogs as well. Between one of them, or, I mean, there should be able to be, someone can find a frog. Okay, there's a frog. Let's give it to Can. Alright, Can go ahead and breed these frogs. Fantastic. And now she can, you know, breed frogs and make money off of that. Why are you embarrassed? Privacy invaded. Oh dear. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and let you get a little bit of sleep, Xavier. McKenna is feeling pretty good because she was able to get some rest. McKenna is really just not feeling good. And she's over here talking to her cousin as well. She's trying to get to know her a little bit. They're going to talk a little bit about the cloudy weather and share the excitement over the day.
Abzo.
Did you find anything in there? I don't think you did. Look at her being cringe. go ahead and clean that up. I know it's, you know, not ideal that you're not feeling so great. Maybe we can get you to make something. Let's get you to make some bread. And let's get you to make some sea salt. And maybe you can make...
Benaya. Meshka.
Well, that's fine. We'll just get her to make a little bit of bread and some sea salt. I think I'm going to have to, when Xavier gets a little bit of rest, send him out to get a little bit of hunting done. I think we probably need a little bit of meat. So I'm going to send him out hunting. And we'll be able to have a little bit of meat for the family. Actually, let's go ahead and get him up and send him out there to do that. He's like, seriously? I am serious. I am so sorry, Xavier, but we definitely need a little bit of meat for the family because I don't think we have a whole lot, and I do think we're going to need some options for meat. She could make like a meat and a cheese platter if she had different selections of meat in the fridge, but right now she can't really do a whole lot, so we do want some different selections of meat. So Deanna is going to go ahead and head home, and she's just getting a little bit of bread made for the family so that we can have some different options for recipes, which is fantastic. And she'll go ahead and get a little bit of salt made up so that we could maybe cure or make some salted meat and things like that whenever he gets back with some meat from his hunt, hopefully. So that'll be great. All right, let's go ahead and put this bread in the fridge. And she's just making the sea salt now. And let's go ahead and make... We've already got butter in the fridge, and I'll make some cheese as well. And then she can do... I don't want the dyes. I also don't want to make the drinks. So she can make bread roll stew. I'm not trying to make the dinners either. So she can do cheese and bread and cheese and fruit right now. Also gonna have her do the party size of boiled eggs because they don't go off. So let's put the sea salt in the fridge as well. And we are in December of 1393. We are almost done with this episode. I was kind of thinking someone was probably going to go into labor, but I guess that is not the case. I thought we had some other pregnant people in the community, but I guess that isn't the case. Why don't we get Can over here and let her do a playful painting since she's feeling pretty playful right now. And it looks like Ada has gone ahead and sent himself on up to bed, so we love that. So Can's reached painting level 4. I love that. And McKenna is really feeling like she needs to socialize. So I'm just going to have her go ahead and socialize with some of the animals here and see if that gets some of her social up. It did. Great. She could probably stand to, you know, socialize a little bit more. So she's going to go over and socialize with Can a little bit. Look at that painting she's doing. That's beautiful. Maybe we'll hang that in the house and not sell it. All right, so Xavier has come home, and let's go ahead and see what he got. He he got, when he went out hunting, he got a pigeon, and he got a rabbit, and he got a chicken. So I'm actually going to, let's put this here. Let's have him go ahead and cut that up, and the chicken we'll put in the fridge, and the pigeon we'll put in the fridge. And then the rabbit he cut up, so that's fine. And how's he doing otherwise? Otherwise, he's pretty good. I'm just going to go ahead and send him off to bed. I'm going to go ahead and let McKenna come and grab herself a serving of eggs. And I'm going to let Can... Is this done? Yeah, we're not going to sell this painting. We're actually going to put this painting on the wall and let's frame it. It's really a nice painting. I dig it. Maybe they wouldn't have... Well, I guess they would have paintings that they painted. They probably wouldn't have a frame. Remove the frame. All right. And Can is going to go ahead and head off to bed as well. It is just about 10 o'clock at night, so I think that they are going to go ahead and head themselves off to bed. Who are you? Halima Shoemaker. Well, I mean, you could invite Halima in, I suppose, and you guys can visit for a moment. You can do a friendly introduction with her. Halima is also expecting. It would seem she is got herself a little bit of a bump there, as you can see. Look at that. We love it. And so we are just going to chat with her a little bit. We're going to do a friendly introduction, and maybe she'll ask her about her pregnancy and just congratulate her on her pregnancy. She's just going to be like, oh, when are you due?
Sula.
Simona Saro. Nisa Faber. Simona Pleave. Blanca Cor Cool. If it's a May, Kanamu.
So let's discuss some interest with her, and we will...
Ooh, keep that.
Bobe Saguinario. Clevite Benu.
discuss what's new around the kingdom with her.
Oh, Tinkwell.
And we can congratulate her on her marriage.
Domi Bayen. Kangane Ansa.
Yamu, Hupate, Wudewa, Abrup, Deroy,
Karba
And
Vadi.
ask her when her baby's due.
Shani.
Urzap Parsava.
Dashimo.
Shubarao. Loonies. Gelsi.
She said, wow, you're married now? Congratulations. Is it really the best day of your life, as they say?
Vobal Soapy. Pip of the zoo. Neat.
Kanuko, Benefage Fleen. You know what? Benota Swans?
Wait, Espana. Badengravi. Zawang. Great.
Okay, I don't actually know who you are, so I am going to send you home.
Arvin. Yabo. Jabo. Yeah, Bepate. Pink trip. No beam. Femboy Barovi.
All right, so I am going to go ahead and send her off to bed. It is getting really late. It's about 11 o'clock, and I am going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when new episodes go live on the channel. And I will see you guys in our next episode of our Ultimate Decades Challenge, where we will be in the year 1394, and we will be seeing Makenna give birth to their little one. And until next time, I'm going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.